everyone! We're finally back with another underrated spotlight.
Woo woo.
And I think it was about time that we talk about this group. Some great events happened recently for them. And coincidentally, this was also a Patreon request. So thank you, Victoria, for requesting.
So let's get this party started. Woo! Alright, so for this underrated spotlight, we are giving it to N.Flying. So N.Flying is a band that debuted May 20, 2015 under F&C Entertainment, which if you don't know is the company that is home to other bands like CNBLUE and FT Island. So some interesting facts about N.Flying is that they were actually first formed in 2013 and made their Japanese debut with Basket. And then N.Flying was supposed to debut in 2014, but unfortunately Sungyuk got injured and delayed their debut. And just in case you want to know what N.Flying means new flying, which also means new wings or new escape.
Wow.
Which is weird because if you think about it, F&C all have bands like FT Island, CNBLUE, N.Flying. And if you think about it even more, F&C. Shut the f. Their fan club name is Enfia because Enfia means new flying combined with utopia.
It doesn't mean new flying, it means N.Flying.
N.Flying combined with utopia. Let's move on to their discography.
So we're going into discography, and N.Flying has pretty good discography and in different languages. Starting off to Korean discography, they have 3 singles and 4 mini albums. Their Korean stuff never really made any impressive numbers on charts, but pretty recently, Rooftop made an amazing comeback on the charts like a month after it came out. So Rooftop was like rediscovered and it climbed up the charts and hit #1 on Bugs, #4 on Genie, and number 17 on Melon.
It did end up reaching #1 on Melon though eventually.
Amazing.
It was getting #2 and 1 in other charts.
In Japan, they have 3 singles and 2 single albums. They also have an album coming out this year called Brotherhood, but I can't really find info on what type of album it is because it just said first album. They actually did pretty decently in Japan. Their debut single, Basket, peaked at #2 on Tower Records weekly singles chart. Also #2 on Oricon Indie Weekly Singles Chart. And #4 on Oricon Daily Singles Chart. One and Only hit #1 on Tower Records chart on its 2nd day of release, which was their 2nd single in Japan before their Korean debut. And in China, they released their debut single, Awesome, in Chinese. When they debuted, they also released a Chinese version and a Japanese version.
Okay. And for song recommendations, I totally recommend Lonely. It was their first comeback after the debut, and it's a song we really enjoy.
Honestly, all their songs are really good. It's kind of hard to just recommend one. I mean, I really like The Real, but I do really like How Are You Today? That's a cute song too. I feel like Korea would also like the songs they rediscovered.
If they rediscovered. Rediscover all of the Flying songs so they could all chart high.
So for their music videos, they have a total of 9 of both Korean and Japanese. Their debut video featured Airways Sohyun, and The Real is quite the music video. If you haven't seen an N.Flying video, you want to see that one because it has the best ending. It also features Moonbok from Produce 101.
Yes, the ending with Moonbok is literally the best.
It was very surprising. I mean, they don't really have a lot of awards, but they have one that's very special in the underrated life. In 2017, they won the Best 3 New Artists Award in the Japanese award show. And this is a very rare award that we have on this series. I think it only happened one other time.
Crayon Pop?
Yeah, with Crayon Pop, that group has a music show award. In 2019, N.Flying won with Rooftop on the show.
That was their first music show win, and definitely an emotional music show.
Oh,
they were crying so hard, especially Jaehyun. He was literally sobbing, a sobbing mess with their brethrens SF9 comforting them.
Yeah.
So it was very sweet to see them finally win something. I'm actually glad we didn't do this underrated until after they got
yeah,
the
me
show
too,
win.
because we did have this pending and it was requested before this whole Rooftop thing happened. Just the fact that it got so popular all of a sudden that they went back on music shows. I believe they won this award on their first day back on music shows. So that was beautiful.
How are you today?
Let's move on to the beautiful members of N.Flying. So N.Flying currently has 4 members and 1 past member. So to start off, we have Sunghyuk, who is leader, lead vocalist, main rapper, rhythm guitarist, and he plays the piano. So Sunghyuk was actually featured in a special unit with AOA's Jimin, kind of like a rap unit, called Jimin and Jaedong, which they debuted with the song God. Back when he was called Jaedong. It's actually a pretty lit song, so if you didn't know that, you should go check it out. Next we have Chahoon, who is lead guitarist and vocalist. Then we have Jaehyun, who is the drummer. Chahoon and Jaehyun actually have a YouTube channel together called Two Idiots, which I think is a great YouTube channel.
It is a great name.
It's great. Jaehyun is also the younger brother of Rainbow's Jaekyung, and he was actually supposed to be the drummer of CN Blue, but was replaced by Minhyuk.
Yeah, these
Like,
bands
whoa.
all kind of like
Intercrossed
did
with
that
each other.
within FNC.
Yeah. And last but not least, we have Huisung, who is main vocalist. Huisung was actually added to the group in 2017, debuting in N.Flying with the song The Real. He was also on Produce 101 Season 2 and ranked number 39. He also has a special collab song with F.Talon's Honki called Still Love You,
Which everyone lost their shit over because of the high notes that this man pulls out.
He hits like a 6-note high note. Like to build up to 6 notes,
No,
go
he's
high every time.
Amazing vocal.
Amazing.
Really having him in the group, like their songs just have a lot more flair to them.
And moving on to the single past member they have was Kwangjin, who was bassist and vocalist. Kwangjin was also actually the former bassist of CN Blue, but he left before their Korean debut in 2009. In 2018, there were rumors of an idol sexually harassing their fans and dating fansite masters. The rumors claiming that Kwangjin dated fans even like during their debut and that he would harass fans during fan events. And even though FNC allegedly denied these accusations, Kwangjin did admit that he did have some interactions with fans, outside of official schedules, and ultimately decided to leave N.Flying. So that about does it for N.Flying. This is a band that, you know, we've seen debut and we've supported since debut, and to see them finally reach something that a lot of underrated groups dream of doing in all their years of being a group, it really is satisfying for us.
Yeah.
You know, we do these underrated spotlights because we want to teach and show people these underrated groups so that people can learn about them and appreciate them. As major underrated stans, this story of N.Flying makes us so happy.
It makes us so happy, and I'm curious to see where it goes from here, because there are a lot of like stories for underrated groups that they hit something like this and then it doesn't go anywhere. Hoping that won't be the case for N.Flying, and they do release another song that Korea will love, and then they will actually go somewhere as a band.
Yeah, FNC better fucking promote them. Promote fucking N.Flying, okay? So thank you for joining us for this underrated spotlight. We hope you enjoyed it, learned a lot about N.Flying, and thank you again, Victoria, for requesting N.Flying. If you want to become a hot potato, as N.Flying has stated in their song,
You know, it's only fair that if you're watching this,
Become a hot
you
potato.
become a hot potato.
On Patreon.
Or any other type of potato. But N.Flying loves potatoes.
So if you love N.Flying, become a potato on our Patreon. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next underrated spotlight. Woo.